सर्व साधुने वंदन करता, नमो लोए सब साहुणम, सम्यक दर्शन मुझने मळजो, सो पंचन मुक्तारो, सम्यक ज्ञान मुझने मळजो, सर्व पाप परासनो, सम्यक चारित्र मुझने मळजो, मंगलानंच सर्वेषु, नवपदनी आराधना करता, परमं अभय मंगलम, परमं अभय मंगलम, परमं अभय मंगलम.
Jai Janindra, everyone. Welcome to today's session with our teachers from Heartfulness. We're joined by Priyanka Gupta, who will be giving messages of Mahavir Swami from Courage and Freedom. Priyanka Bin, I'd like to hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Namaste and Jai Janindra. So if you can please let me share the slide.
Share with you because that's where we miss out. Like we don't get any other profit share factors that Amazon's employees get, and I think that's where the different lives.
I think you get a sense of the time that you worked with them that they are committed long term.
So can you all hear me?
They are, but of course, Jake, I don't know if you've heard our previous
I
conversation.
can hear you.
Okay, so we'll start. So welcome all of you today on the week 4 session of the series of tenets of Jainism. And today we are going to learn and talk about a message of Mahavir Swami about courage and freedom. So this is just the recap. So far, we have learned about some of the Tirthankars' life in our previous sessions. And when you look at these, the lineage, the 24 Tirthankars, we can see how each Tirthankar embodies a distinct virtues like courage, balance, compassion, truthfulness, simplicity, and all these qualities leads us to ultimate liberation. So this is the recap. In week 1, we have learned about balance from Rishabh Devji's life. Rishabh Devji, he was a pioneer who taught us how we can bring out the balance between material and spiritual life. Not just the balance, but how we can integrate our spiritual life into the material life and basically bring the balance. In week 2, we explored Ajit Naji and Sambhav Naji, and we learned who were the embodiment of compassion and non-violence. Week 3, we went through the life of Abhinandan Nathji and Padma Prabha Swamiji, and we learned the values of purity and detachment. Today, we are going to learn about courage, freedom, and universal love from the life of Mahavir Swamiji, who was the 24th Tirthankar and the last one in the lineage of Tirthankars. So, who was Mahavir Swami? Mahavir Swami was the 24th Tirthankar And because when he was born, the time he was born, that time was like there was so much wealth, there was so much grains in abundance. So that's why his parents named him Vardhaman Mahavir. So he was born in Vaishali to King Siddhartha and Queen Trishla. And he earned this name Mahavir because of his all his qualities of courage, freedom, and forgiveness. And Lord Indra himself named him Mahavir because of he was really inspired by him and he really admired him. So that's why he gave him the name Mahavir. Um, Mahavir Swami, in his previous life, one of his previous lives, he was the grandson of Rishabh Devji, and his name was Marichi. But he got liberation when he was born as Mahavir Swami. Mahavir Swami, it took him, to come to this world, to take the birth, it took him around 5,000 years because his soul was so pure. Um, he he needed a womb. He needed a mother who had a womb with the purest form of mother who could, conceive him. So to prepare this mother, it took 5,000 years. So these all these great souls, they can't just take birth like that. Um, to take birth for them, they need a pure souls, pure environment. So this is something, his mother, in all her lives, all her previous lives, she went through the process of meditation to prepare herself to give birth to Vardhaman Mahavir Swamiji. And there is a beautiful story about Mahavir Swami that when he was in his mother's womb, he uh, he was so compassionate, he was so loving that he didn't wanted to bother, trouble his mother. So that's why he didn't move at all. And the parents got worried that, if the fetus is healthy or if even if it's alive or not. So even when he was in the womb of his mother, he could feel the trouble of his, the worries of his parents, and very gently he shook his toe so that his parents were reassured that everything is fine with the baby. And yeah, I just love this story. Like even as a fetus, he was such a evolved soul that he could feel the he was the gratitude towards his parents basically. So later in his life, he got married to Yashoda. He got married to Yashoda, and they had a daughter. Then, at the around the age of 30, he renounced the world and he meditated under the sal tree and attained enlightenment. And his symbol was lion. As you can see in this one, this is a beautiful illustration. Sorry, that Mahavir Swami meditating under the sal tree, and he attained Kevalya beneath this tree. And his symbol is the lion. As we know, the lion is itself is a symbol of uh, freedom, courage, and yeah. So this message of courage from his life, we what we learned from his life is what we understand from courage today is not like fighting about something or doing something externally, but the courage is inner quality. It's a quality which help us to learn, basically to have the victory over fear, our own anger, our own ego. basically it helps us to accept things as it is and let go. And even ahimsa is born from fearlessness, from courage. See, if we are not brave enough to forgive somebody, if we are not brave enough to accept people and situations as it is, it's we won't be able to have this ahimsa. So that ahimsa is also internal. It's a result of courage and fearlessness from inside. And the real freedom comes when we learn to not hurt anybody, even with our thoughts, uh, word words and deeds, acts and thoughts. So there are there's few stories actually from the life of Mahavir Swamiji, which we can, if we hear those stories, we know how he imparted these values in his life, and how he was natural with these qualities of courage and fearlessness. So as I told you before that Lord uh, Indra, he was really basically he really admired Swami Mahavir, and he gave him the name of Mahavir. He really admired him because of all these qualities he had. So basically, all the gods loved him tremendously, but only one god who was kind of envious of him, and he wanted to break Mahavir's meditation and spoil his penance. So what he did, this god, he buried him under the sand, and he let loose the horde of mosquitoes and ants on him. And as we can imagine how painful it must be for Mahavir, but he still continued with the meditation. Because he was deep into the meditation, his body was feeling all the pain, but it there was no reaction. There was no he didn't came out from his meditation. So then, after that, what this god did, he sent cobras, rats, mongoose, serpents, all kind of creatures to torture him, so that they bit him and his meditation breaks. But Mahavir, being Mahavir, he was completely undisturbed, and he continued his meditation. When I was reading this, I was just thinking, we get to meditate for like half an hour and in our comfortable environment, and we get disturbed by things. So there's a great learning from his life. And you know what, even after this incident, this god, he still continued torturing him, and he realized this physical impacts is not affecting him. So he did another trick. He told Mahavir Swami that your parents are worried about you. Your parents, he kind of created an illusion around him. He showed him that his parents are sad, they're crying, and they want their son. But Mahavir Swami was quite sensitive. He was very sensitive. So he knew that it's an illusion, and he ignored that as well. So after this, there was a last trick this god played. He told Mahavir that I'm very happy with you, and I'll take you to Swarg with me, and then you will get liberation. So Mahavir Swami replied to that, and he said, um, no one can give me liberation. Each man have to earn it. Each man have to work towards it, and then only that person can be liberated. So after hearing this, that God gave up, and he was quite ashamed of himself. He asked for forgiveness, and Mahavir Swami, he forgave him, and this is the great lesson actually we can learn from him. Like, even going through after this much, of that much, he still forgave that god. So Mahavir Swami's his idea, his what we can learn from him, that through forgiveness we get real freedom. So this, if we don't forgive somebody, we still we get bond to that samskaras, or that karma ourselves. So when we forgive somebody, we are free of that burden basically. And there are there is no other greater example than the Bhagwan Mahavir, that if you are feeling wronged by someone, um, do not wish for revenge. Instead, be grateful. Why be grateful? Because when somebody does something to us, and we he went through all that, but it helped him to get purified his soul further. So when we forgive somebody, we don't take it on us. We become free from the bondage of that karma. So there is every year, as we know, we celebrate on Samavastri. We say Meksham Dukkadam, means if I have hurt anybody and unknowingly, please forgive me. May my faults be forgiven. And I feel this is the greatest learning from Mahavir Swamiji, which we can learn and adapt in our life. And he even said that the heart, not just by saying it, but forgiving from the heart, and that's what sets us free. Sometimes we say, yeah, we forgive, but we still carry the burden inside ourselves. But you know we can learn from Mahavir Swamiji's life that he didn't even take it, he just forgave from the heart. So yeah, I this is something really touched me as well. So this is, yeah, Mahavir Swami, what we can adapt from Mahavir Swamiji's life in when we live in today's world, how we can live like Mahavirji's today. So there are some highlighted points from his life, but please feel free to add anything, if something from his life and which is coming to your mind, please write it down in the chat box, or just write it down in your diary, or journal if you feel. So I'll go through these highlighted points. Practice truth without harshness. Choose non-violence in speech and thought. Simplify life, own less, love more. Meditate daily to touch the fearless self. So one more thing from Mahavir Swamiji's life, uh, when he became monk, he followed this principle of eating minimal and talking minimal, and he only used his physical body to work towards the spiritual evolution. So basically, simplify our lives, um, and love more. Yeah. And when we meditate daily, we connect ourselves with the higher self, with the source which is inside ourselves, we get in touch with our fearless self, be, our own pure self, and then all the qualities, all the um, qualities follow through. If you have any questions, please write down in the chat box. Okay, so Sandeep, I okay, so he got Tila sister answered this. Mahavir was 28 years old when his parents passed away, and he renounced at the age of 30. Yeah. So that was an illusion created by the god when he showed him that his parents are sad and crying. So yeah. The power of prayer. So Mahavir went through all these, um, he tolerated this much. He went through all this in his life. But where do we think this strength came from? Why, he was in so deep into the meditation that all these things were happening and didn't have a impact on him, because he was connected with his inner self. He was in inner communion with the divine so deeply that he was not bothered about all these the external things. So that's where he got his strength from. So um, when we pray, um, this prayer align us with the same source, with the conviction, just connection with the conviction, um, and this source, this inner source inside us, that is a source of our that's where the fear dissolves. That's where these qualities of love, compassion, and humility comes. So when we are aligned with that, when we are in prayerful state, all these qualities follow us through. And not just this connection, the prayer is not just the connection. It connect us to the subconscious level as well. So we are feeding, we are putting this connection into the subconscious level as well. And that's when the courage awakens in us. And not just courage, um, the beautiful qualities, the beautiful things we learned from the Thankers and all the saints' life. So at the end of this session, so this is what we do in our heartfulness practices. One of the practices is that in the bedtime we connect with the source, and let it carry us through the whole night, or the whole day. So there is sorry. Okay, so I think that's where we move to the next part of our session, which is guided prayer practice. So if you have any questions, anybody have any questions or anything you would like to share, please. Please write in the chat box. Otherwise, please be prepared for the heartfulness guided prayer session. and it will be around 10 minutes. So please settle down and follow my voice. Gently close your eyes. Relax yourself. Rest your back on your chair or sofa, wherever you are sitting. Allow yourself to be relaxed. Slowly bring your attention towards your heart. Connect yourself with the deepest core of your heart. Connect yourself with the source of divinity. Offer yourself and if you have hurt anybody unknowingly, or if you have done anything in the day, knowingly or unknowingly, ask for forgiveness. And make a suggestion and prayer to God that help me so that I won't repeat it again. Do it with heart full of love. Stay connected in your heart. Stay connected with this source of light in your heart, source of divinity in your heart. And feel these words inside you. Thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of our wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. Feel the vibration in your heart, impact in your heart. I'll say it one more time. Thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of our wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. We'll continue with the meditation for 10 minutes. Stay in your heart, stay connected. Let's start meditation. Keep your eyes closed. Stay in your heart for a few more minutes. Observe how you're feeling in your heart. And when you are ready, gently wiggle your toes and open your eyes. That's all. So here are some questions for our own reflection. And please take your time to read this. And if you would like, any of you would like to share anything, so I'll read it. So, what does freedom mean to you today? When have you chosen peace over reaction? How can you live Mahavir's message this week? If anybody would like to share anything, or we can just write it in our own journal for ourselves. So, this is the recap. So, Mahavir Swami, the great hero of the heart. Courage means fearlessness and compassion. And real freedom comes from purity and forgiveness. And we can achieve this through prayer, which is nothing but our own connection with the divine source. It's not just the words, it's the feeling. The prayer is the feeling, the connection, the switch which connects ourself with our inner self, our divine higher self. And all these, whatever I've shared, it's from the book Holy Tirthankars in the Light of Heartfulness, written by Daji, the Kamlesh D. Patel. So if you would like to know more about our holy Tirthankars and about their stories, please, you can go through this book and get more information. So thank you, everyone. And that's the end of our session. Unless if anybody have any questions, I'm happy to take it. Thank you.
There are a few questions in the chat. I'm not sure if they've been answered. Sundip Pai has written, I thought Mahavir Swami went to meditate after his parents had passed away. That's one of the questions.
It's already answered, Darshanaban.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's been answered. Yes.
Thank you. There's no other questions. There's a thank you for helping people understand the life of Mahavir Swami and his qualities that his life represented. If anyone does have any questions, please do ask. We've still got some time to have questions answered. And you can always put the questions in the chat.
If anybody have any questions later also, they can write to us and our team will be happy to answer in our capacity. So if not now, we can have questions. We can take questions for later as well.
Also, just wanted to add one more thing. Today is like the last session from Heartfulness. This is the last of all the sessions. So if anybody is interested in knowing more about what meditation we do, how we do cleaning, any recapitulation of whatever we have spoken about during these sessions, please do feel free to find us. You can go on our website, Heartfulness. There is a page called Heart Spots. And if you give your address there, you should be able to find your closest hotspot. I know audience here is from several other places in UK, not just London. So please feel free to find your nearest hotspot and connect with Heartfulness trainers on any guidance on how we meditate. Thank you.
And I just would like to thank you, Oshwal Center, for giving us this opportunity. It's been a great learning for all of us. When I'm saying this, it's on behalf of all our Heartfulness trainers. So thank you very much, and hope to see you all sometime soon. Thank you.
If no one's got any questions, I think we can wrap up today's session. Thank you, Nituben, Priyanka Ben, for the session today and over the last 4 weeks. Thank you.
प्रभुना दर्शन करता सिद्ध प्रभुना दर्शन करता आचार्यों ने वंदन करता उपाध्याय ने वंदन करता सर्व साधु ने वंदन करता सम्यक दर्शन मुझने मर्जो सम्यक ज्ञान मुझने मर्जो